As Nutricia looks to the future, we wanted to understand what our people think makes Nutricia a special and unique company to work for, and what will be important in the future.
I think we do it better. Here at Nutricia, we strive to achieve what the consumer wants. That is very important to receive feedback from the healthcare professionals and consumers directly. In terms of product, in terms of service, we listen to them very carefully.
I'm a dietitian by training, so my involvement is with clinical trials as well as designing our products, so the nutritional design. You know, the families that use our product are probably the best placed in terms of, providing insight into what works and what doesn't work. When we developed NeoKit Nutra, I was in touch with a family, and for the first time, the child was actually able to eat something that was semi-solid. And I remember getting a letter from the mom. She was just so excited. Again, she sort of provided us with recipes that we ended up including when they launched the product. Is that patient contact, the buzz you get from actually helping somebody, and I still get that from doing this job.
In our role, we deal with so many customers, and so many of them are coming to us at a time where they're vulnerable, they don't know who can help them or what questions to ask. So it's just a matter of kind of getting their story and then giving them a bit of guidance. So it's a focus on the individual, really, that I think sets us apart.
You don't want to be that company with a megaphone just shouting at your customers or healthcare professionals. You want to give them the information that they find useful. You want them to feel as if the company really understands what they're going through. Some of us are moms who've been through this, and we're here for you, and we're going to guide you through this journey.
It's helpful even when somebody holds your hand and teaches you how to use the product and helps you find other ways of incorporating it into your life. It becomes almost like a support system, like your family, and that builds that greater bond that you want with your end user. I feel like Nutricia really thinks about who they're working for. We're not working for necessarily just to meet a number, but we want to make sure that we are helping consumers, we're helping our patients. We have, I think, a couple products that we produce that provide that meet that need for only a handful of patients. And you rarely hear of companies who will sacrifice kind of their monetary intake just to satisfy the needs of a handful of patients.
There's a big emphasis on social responsibility. I think a lot of other companies, it's sort of just talked about, but I think we really put it into action here. So best care for us is really making sure that our customers, which are the different departments in the company, get responsive, accurate, and good information to allow them to do their jobs appropriately.
Actually, the person in the office that handles the insurance reimbursement was contacted by the family who said they were getting nowhere with their insurance company. We sat on a call together where they kind of worked out what Navigator could do for them. They got a feeling that they weren't alone out there trying to deal with insurance companies, which we all know how that can be. I had all the ammo I needed to be able to say, absolutely, I can assist you.
Sometimes they call at the last minute, they're out of formula, they can't afford it, they need assistance, and we find ways to help them out with samples or getting something expedited out the door rather quickly.
They've been going through so many stressful situations. We just don't want to add on top of that the anxiety of not having the product. Providing a quicker, better access to our product is key.
I think in a way being a little bit smaller than some of those larger formula companies is very helpful because it can make us able to give more intimate care to our patients and our customers in the hospitals and clinics. I see in the future advancing disease states that Nutricia can also help with, like, autism and other areas besides just, cow's milk protein allergies and that type of thing.
I see the future being as personalized care, so not companies making something that works for masses. It's going to be more for one-on-one type of healthcare. There's a particular profile that we look at and behaviors and values in that individual that they exemplified our code behaviors of being committed, open, a doer, and empowered, and are not be able to animate this best care culture.
I think everything that we do is very much about, doing the best for that patient population.
We get letters and notes of a mom saying thank you so much for the product. They're very appreciative, and I think that's nice for us to hear because it shows, even though sometimes it feels like a small task that you're doing, but it's making such a big impact on someone else's life.
When I'm talking with colleagues or past colleagues and they ask me what it is about Nutricia that keeps me here, it's 3 things. So it's the people, it's the products, and it's the culture. It just feels like the right place to be.
People who work at Nutricia clearly feel it's a special and unique place to work, with a unique team and culture dedicated to providing the best care for all of their customers. They're committed to doing this today and in the future. A future that will likely mean delivering even more dedicated personal care to patients, caregivers, and healthcare professionals.